200 horses is just the right amount of power when it comes to affordable sports cars, great for learning the driving basics. The straight line performance is enough to get you up to the speed decently, but it won't tear your head off. Therefore, you can focus more clearly on the feeling and handling the car itself. Acura RSX Type S or Honda Integra Type R. While the driven Integra Type Rs are rare, pricey and right-hand drive, the RSX Type S is quite affordable. Don't write it off just because it is a Honda. This is actually a very capable hatchback despite the wrong-wheel drive, as some would argue. Owners agree that it is quick, handles great and returns reasonable mileage. Oh, and it revs over 8,000. Renault Sport Clio. There is a big difference between Renault and Renault Sport. One of the key factors is that the RSes are hand-built in the Dieppe factory in northern France. These cars are engineered by a different constructor team, which reasons their sharp, precise and overall enjoyable driving feel. The engine must be redlined to get on speed, but you will be repaid by an awesome four-banger sound. Dodge Neon SRT4. Being a front-wheel drive, the Neon SRT4 is fun and relatively cheap. The base of this fun is the turbocharged power unit that puts down 230 horsepower at the crank. The truth is that the several tests proved those horses at the wheels instead. On top of that, this engine is very strong and has some serious tuning potential. If you are thinking this way, you may want to consider newer model years which had the locking diff as a standard. Alfa Romeo 156 V6. As the saying goes, every car guy should own an Alfa Romeo in his/her life at least once. I admit I still haven't, but if so, I would definitely choose a model with the glorious Busso engine that everybody praises so much. The 156 was one such Alfa with the 2.5 or 3.2 liter versions. The smaller one had almost 200 horsepower, high revving character, and now they are more affordable than ever. Honda Civic Type R or SI. Continuing with Honda solutions, this is more friendly option for European residents. The screaming VTEC kicked-in Yo K20A2 engine is a bulletproof power plant which can assure brisk acceleration and decent mileage. The Type Rs are one of the best front-wheel drive money can buy, and the EP3 Gen can go for as low as $5,000 right now. There isn't much to decide upon. The American alternative isn't bad either. The SI variant may not be as quick, but handles well too. Mazda RX-8. Regardless of its poor reliability, awful fuel efficiency, or your personal hate against triangles, if you by any luck find a nice example with a not blown yet engine, you are going to have lots of fun. The most important thing is to have a spare bottle of oil in the trunk and know how to live with the rotary. I admit over time, huge expensive will come sooner or later, and only a true rotary lover would buy one. It is an option anyhow. Subaru Impreza GT or WRX. This is one of the oldest cars on this list, but perhaps one of the most fun way to get a 200 horsepower car. The GT in Europe and WRX in the United States had a turbocharged engine and permanent all-wheel drive system. What else would you want? It has very low weight, and the great thing about it is that you can easily use it every day all year long. Did I mention the beautiful Subaru rumble it has? Toyota Celica. Cheap, reliable, fairly quick and good looking on top of that. The Toyota Celica at its last years looked very well indeed, and moreover with the 2ZZ GE engine you won't struggle for power. You can cruise around town with a great fuel consumption or redline it beyond 8000 RPM. There is nothing more needed to be said. Fiat Coupe 20 VT. If you bought a 2-liter 4-cylinder coupe instead of the awesome 2-liter 5-pod engine, you must really love your 4-cylinders. Not only the 5-banger makes more power, but has a more enjoyable soundtrack as well. Both were even sold as turbocharged units too, which is why the 20 VT in result made around 220 horsepower and was one of the fastest front-wheel drive at its time. It looks great even today and had a viscous clutch coupling as a cheaper equivalent of the LSD. BMW 330i. We all know it had to come. The BMW 3 Series is a very versatile car. It looks great, rides awesome, can return reasonable MPG, and you can either drift them or track them. The M54 engine is besides anything known as a reliable unit, though it can drink a shot or two of oil. The 330i, of course, sounds like nothing on this list, and with the M3 exhaust, it can really remind you the E46 M3.